Another day, another dollar. Which means it is another day, another Miso X Shiru stream. And today we've got some reacts, we got some news, we got everything. Just trying to find a video to share today, trying to find something that will live up to your high standards. Where's your tofu? Let me pull it up. Your standards are indeed high, Bacon. It's very hard to top the Yoon Froggy performance you gave last night. She was great. Everyone loved it. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they really enjoyed what they saw of Yoon Froggy. So today we have a couple things to take a look at. We have this that Shadow wanted me to watch last night, and we have some new PoE 2 news that we're gonna take a look, analyze, and whatnot. So that's what's on the docket for today. Honestly, I am on the fence about the game that I wanted to play today. While I do want to play Last Epoch, there's also other games that I'm thinking that I want to play too, and we'll see where my heart takes me later. Yo, what's up, Kitsuno? I don't believe you. Like, Woo-wah? Huh? Why would I play Woo-wah? Play Maple. That's. I'm playing that in 2 days. I saw Legalia was playing Maple earlier. I don't know if he's still playing it right now. But yeah, it seems like a lot of people are gearing up to play Maple this time around. It's kind of crazy. Like Stoops is gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. Legalia is gonna play it. Like, or he's playing it right now. I don't know. I don't even know who else is gonna play Maple. Seems like people are coming in big on this update. Scott back in the Maple reboot. It's been a journey. Really? A good journey or a not so good one? You get Tanjiro 260, you get a hero, yeah. Well, you get a warrior, I think, right? You get a warrior class. Eagle Story is your summer game? Well, it's almost summer. All these four warriors are good, yeah. I mean, I have a hero already. That was my main at one point. Um I mean, it's not that far. It's like 220 something, 230 something. The levels have, you know, been stretched because of the six job, which I haven't played since six job actually. So I have no clue how six job works. Um, or not stretched, like truncated. Coming from pay to win server, pretty chill. Lost system is different in our server here. I think in general, reboot server is just way better than the other servers. It's not even a competition, to be honest. Let's download it now. Damn. Found a video. I'm sure if it's too unhinged even for me. Well, sounds like I shouldn't watch it on stream then. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably make a paladin. Either that or make a dark knight. I've never made a dark knight before. I've played paladin many times, but I've never played a dark knight. So maybe we make a dark knight this time off of our Tanjiro. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I might actually maybe even just check out like the Paladin 6 job skills and then use that to decide whether we go Paladin or we go Dark Knight. Let's see. Let's see what the twins have to say.
Yo, what's up?
What up, brother? Hello. How we doing?
Good, good. How are you guys?
Doing well, doing well. Can we go over like this? Can we go over like the can we should.
Well, what's going on
So,
here?
yeah, the actual 5th job burst.
Oh, this is not what I really care about. I don't care about the bossing right now. 6 job winners and losers. Let's see what Copper Sand has to say about it.
This 6th job advancement is coming this winter, and this update has already been out for a few Circuit community. So Paladin's origin skill is called Sacred Bastion. The skill, when used, activates 7 shockwaves that deal 3600% damage 6 times, and then sends out 5 shockwaves that deal 3300% damage 12 times. Then for 30 seconds, the Bastion will remain on screen, dealing 1800% damage 6 times, and enemies hit by this attack will get a stack of Divine Brand that's needed to pop that additional damage when you're attacking monsters with Blast. Both Blast and Divine Judgment also got improved with their 6th job mastery course, so your bossing will be faster as a paladin. Most paladins complain that they expected more damage on their 6th job skill, and that paladins are becoming more of a DPM class this way. Basically, the main complaint is that this class is pretty weak at the moment. And to make things worse for the absolute goated class at MapleStory, paladins use their 5th job skill Divine Echo to link themselves to one other player in the party to share buffs and act as the shadow partner of that character. Every attack you do pops out at your buddy that's linked as well. The 6th job skill that buffs your 5th job skills also buffs the final damage of the shadow partner effect, from 37% final damage to 60% final damage, which is pretty bad because this is already pretty weak and your partner needs to be in range of the boss for your shadow partner attacks to hit as well. So it's pretty easy to already just not hit that much with this skill, and this 6th job damage buff doesn't really just mean a whole lot for the paladin. So hopefully that can be improved in the future. The skill will also buff your final damage a little bit more, which is great. But overall, players are ranking this class as one of the classes came out worst of the 6th job advancement.
Damn, one of the worst? There's no way. I mean, that was before it came out. Yosabaru, what are you tuned into? We're going to be playing MapleStory in 2 days for the big new update. And I wanted to figure out what class I end up wanting to go to, whether I want to play Paladin or Dark Knight. So I'm taking a look at some videos about people's thoughts on the different classes. But it seems like, I don't know, from what I can tell, it's like it could be extremely good. Doesn't sound like it's actually very good. What about Dark Knight? What about Dark Knight? What does Mr. Copper Sand have to say about Dark Knight? Have you ever played MapleStory, Baru?
The Korean boards are kind of in shambles. It looks like the Korean Dark Knights are not happy. But
they're not happy!
More of a general complaints about the class and nothing too 6th job specific. Lots of light.
Oh no, this is looking like the Lost Ark Inven right now. No! That's not good! There's a lot of dead bodies on this Inven. Never caught on for you. I see. Yeah, no, we're planning to play it. I mean, I've played MapleStory on and off for 20 years at this point. Like, it seems like a lot of people are gonna be tuning in, like joining in on this this event because it's gonna be a Demon Slayer collab. So yeah. Just play Paladin because it's a 6th job. You get enough funding, it's doable. I mean, if you get enough funding with any character, it's doable, right? I'm not planning to like get super deep into it though, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's you, Gus. Nice to see you on YouTube. I've been streaming on YouTube for a while, sir. What are you doing on YouTube? Come back over here on Twitch. Can you do wind breathing sword technique? I think so. Let's see. MapleStory Tanjiro. Let's see. Let's see. Here's some showcase. So you got some double jump leaps, right? Fast movement. Fast movement. Oh, baby. Real fast movement. Holy, he's zooming. Water breathing, second form, water wheel. Okay. Total concentration breathing. I mean, he looks very mobile for sure. Good fellas in SCA for this week already. Pretty fast leveling and mobbing. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be pretty good because, like, given it's a limited time class, right? Something that you're not gonna be playing for ever. Like, you're gonna be swapping off of it. It has to be kind of good. Like, they have no reason not to make it OP if you don't get to play it forever. The whole game's a side scroller, yeah. It's an old game. It's from 2004. But it still remains as one of the most popular games in Korea and still fairly popular here. It's like crazy because like not that many people play it comparatively to like some other MMOs, but yet their convention, the MapleCon or whatever, Maple Fest, tickets get sold out every single year, like instantly. So it's just like it has like a really dedicated fan base, even though like a lot of them don't play anymore, they still just love the IP. Looking for carry. What's up, Bella Wars? Are you playing right now? Are you playing in Maple Sea right now? Last size scroll was one of the original Ninja Gaidens. You're Henny-Ho in Chronos. Wait, why are you playing Chronos? Why aren't you in SCA? Aren't you like one of the biggest whales in Maple Sea? Carry my Lomians. Are you Henny-Hoing with Roger, Kun? Or are both of you just sitting on a chair together and ERPing? Dance of the Fire God. Your Henny-Ho friends from a year ago didn't delete you. Damn. So basically, you don't get to Aranor Ho anymore, or whatever it's called, whatever that the town in Lost Ark is it called. You're not doing that anymore. You're just Henny-Hoing now instead. Back to your roots. Pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, Evilsaur's always been very flashy and you know, cool looking. But like Tanjiro isn't a class you get to play forever. Once you get to level 260 or something like that, you gotta swap off and play one of their base warrior classes. Which at the end of the day, they're still all very good. It's just that if you wanted to play Tanjiro forever, that's not gonna happen, unfortunately. This is a limited time thing. No chairs in Lost Ark. I can't sit on people. Those poor E-boys. Those poor E-boys getting all their money, all their mesos taken by you. Okay, I mean, it's decent. Looks pretty decent. Looks like high mobility, pretty flashy skills. All right. I kind of wish you could like swap, like, I mean, maybe there's still a chance, but I doubt it. But if there's a world where you can swap into Hayato, that would be kind of cool, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. You sit real close to those who are married and watch the e-girls rage. It's pretty good. E-girls are all the same. Horrible people. Horrible people. F2 their mans and F6 the e-girls. Terrible. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Let's see. What's this? Let's hop in here. X3 the Aron. Damn, Maple Sea got big old billboards and shit like that. Yo, what the fuck? This place looks run down as fuck. Look at this building next to it. It looks hella fucking run down. Holy shit. Oh wait, no, are those all glass walls? No, those are actually run down. Damn, Tanjiro looking moated as fuck. Damn, dude. Maple Story must be pretty big in SEA then, if they're like doing like big old billboards like that all over the place. It's dying, is it? As of Malaysia, ain't no way those billboards are in Singapore. Yeah. Mr. X3 Aron. But no, looks like it's gonna be a good fun for a couple days at least. So that's what we're gonna be doing for a little bit. My Maple Story already updated, already set and ready to go. I never uninstalled it, so we're good to go. I'm probably gonna play Paladin in 6th job. I'm probably gonna convert over to Paladin. We'll see. Paladin or Dark Knight, either one, because I already have a hero. Come Henny Ho. I'm not Henny Hoing with you right now. I see it's just bot story every day. Really? Is it that bad? Why? Is it just like that there's that little people playing it? CMs and GMs bot? I mean, you know, technically Mr. Hardcore Henry isn't the squeakiest clean guy out there either in Lost Ark. So I wouldn't doubt it. It's definitely not a thing that just happens in these types of games too. Or like dead dying
Alright,
games
everybody,
too.
welcome back to another video. This is a very special video because the Maple Story X Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba event just got officially announced for Maple Story Global GMS, the server that we play on, or at least I play on. And I am super excited to tell you all about it because I really like Demon Slayer and obviously I really like Maple Story, so this is like super huge for me and for many others. And even if you don't like Demon Slayer, the event, the anime or manga, and even if you don't like Demon Slayer, there are so many good rewards from this event that you should be very excited for, including hyper burns and a ton of resources. But before we get into it, I want to show you guys what I'm wearing because of how excited I am for this. What do you guys think? I'm wearing Shinobu Kocho's Hiyori. I even got the butterfly on. What do you think?
What a badass!
Looks good, right?
What a
I even got my
badass!
sword out, bro. That's
God damn, bro!
I even got my fucking
Jesus
sword out.
Christ! He's on the next level. Holy Dookie! Chillax, bro. All the women out there are literally getting their panties wet right now. Crazy.
How serious I am for this. Anyways, so let's get right into it.
Rolled hard to get your Shinobu
everything that you need
parts.
to know. But again, before we get into the exact details, I want to remind you guys that take everything I say with a slight grain of salt because there is a chance that some of the rewards might get altered a little bit because, for example, the Korean version of this event and the Japanese version of this event were a little different from each other. So maybe ours would be a little bit different, but whatever. I just wanted to give that disclaimer.
Let's see.
And
What's
you get to play
here?
as a new class called Tanjiro. Tanjiro being the main character of Demon Slayer. He's the main dude. And you get to play as him. And he is a hyper burn character that's a new class. Like, he's a new class that has brand new skills.
Yeah,
It's
so
not
it is
permanent,
hyper
obviously.
burned.
It's only
Okay.
during the duration of the event. But he's hyper burned. So you get to level Tanjiro all the way up to 260. And after you're done with that, he gets converted into a explorer hero. Now, the thing about Explorer Hero is, let's say you don't want to play Hero, you have the option of playing Paladin or Dark Knight by swapping your class. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, if you go to this map, Valley of the Antelope 1, I'm on a hero character right now, literally a level 260 hero, just like you're going to get from this event. And if you talk to the 4th job instructor and you want to open job advancement, you can switch the hero that you get from the Tanjiro character to either a Paladin or Dark Knight through here. So essentially you get a free level 260 Explorer Warrior, Hero, Paladin, or Dark Knight. And if you want to swap at level 260, it costs 1.2 bill. Now,
What the heck? Huh? I don't got that type of money.
something that's very, 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 very important is make sure that if you want to swap, do it before you unlock your 6th job. Because if you do it before you unlock your 6th job, you won't have to waste any frags. You won't have to re-unlock your origin or anything like that. So make sure you know which Explorer Warrior you want to play.
Jesus Christ. They better have like a class change token or something. That is way too expensive for my blood.
Paladin or Dark Knight. And if you want my quick thoughts on which is the best one, so Hero's a really good boss mule, Dark Knight's a really good boss mule, Paladin's okay, but it's not as good as Dark Knight or Hero. I would say Hero is the easiest to fund in terms of a boss mule, but Dark Knight probably has the best performance if you fund it properly. And then if you want something like a main or something that's going to be like a Legion champion or beyond or something like that, I'd probably say Paladin is the best one, because out of the 3, Paladin is the strongest one right now in terms of the meta, in terms of endgame and stuff like that. So if that's what you care about, you play Paladin. But as a boss mule, I would say Hero and Dark Knight. Anyways, let's get back to the events.
They don't, and there's no birding for Tanjiro? I thought you said there's a hyper birding.
So we understand that you play as Tanjiro.
Show
So let's look at some of the skills
please.
for Tanjiro. So Tanjiro has his Hinokami Kagura, which is like his main full map attack, burst skill or whatever. And he also
pretty
has a
sure
bunch
he
of
said
other
there's
skills.
hyper
He has
burning for
water breathing,
Tanjiro.
second form, water wheel, one of his attacks.
What's up, Thesis? Just saying, hey Miso, been quiet since you abandoned Lost Ark. Hope you're well. Toodles. I am doing well, thank you, sir. And you know, I'm glad that you at least you will come by and say hi to me. It is what it is, dude. It is what it is. I didn't abandon Lost Ark. Lost Ark abandoned me. Lost Ark abandoned me.
There's also beast
SCA
breathing
sucks.
from Inosuke that also helps you out. There's water breathing 4th form, striking tide. There's the 6th form, whirlpool, and there's Tanjiro. And then there's the mission journal.
Let's see, there's mission
Super,
journal, all this
super
stuff.
Cute, and you get an Urokadaki mask. There's also another medal here, Maple Story X Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. Coin flip challenge, which is one of the mini games that you can
Ooh, this
play
is the most
throughout
important part
this
though.
event.
The cosmetics.
Goku and more. Now, these NX outfits are not packages. Keep that in mind, which I think is dumb. I think it should have been packages, but it's going to be in premium surprise style boxes. So you're going to have to roll for them, which is obviously going to be very, very expensive. And on top of that, there's going to be other stuff in the boxes, not just the Demon Slayer stuff. It's going to be the Demon Slayer stuff in the boxes, and then also a bunch of random other NX. So it's going to be expensive. There's no other way around it. I think that's trash, but
It's over.
I'm going to wail for it.
It's
anyways, to be
over.
honest with you. So there's also
Yeah, I
parts
ain't
for
looking like
Tanjiro,
Tanjiro.
Zenitsu, and Nezuko. There's a chair that's pretty cool with Zenitsu like freaking out and Tanjiro. There's capes with Zenitsu and Inosuke, and then part 2 outfits with Inosuke, Kanao, Rengoku, Zenitsu, and Tengen. Let me know which character's outfit you think is the best. I think Kanao's and Shinobu's outfits are obviously the best. Like, just in general, I think this top, even outside of Demon Slayer related NX, like this top's really good. And then I think the Tengen weapon is so good for dual blade because he uses 2 swords. I'm probably gonna get it on my dual blade. I think it's super sick. And then there's this chair you can get where you're eating with Rengoku. Now, I think this is a pretty cute chair. But as you can see here at the bottom, it says regular Maple Story items other than those listed above will also appear in themed boxes. So like I mentioned, it's going to be
The
probably
best
really
difference
hard
is
and
Vac
expensive
Pet.
to roll.
Hopefully
Now,
it is
remember
straight
earlier
up
when I
viable.
mentioned the progression journal?
Yeah,
Let's-
I've never played Maple with a Vac Pet before, so I don't know how it feels. And I know that at least in Reboot, Vac Pets are time limited sales. So I wonder if they will bring back that and sell it. I really do wonder.
show you guys what the rewards are like. And again, take it with a grain of salt because everything is always subject to change until we get the patch notes. So this is a website for Japanese Maple Story, the JMS server. And
that's all the confirmed stuff for NA release. So we're done with that. But yeah, we'll play it. We'll play it. Well, we'll have a good time. Yo, what's up, Mr. Maple? Greetings, Gooners. What's up? What's up, Mr. The head of my Goon squad, Smoke 'em on. You're gonna make another hero? I'm either gonna make a Dark Knight or a Paladin. I will not make another hero. I already have my hero. Use my main, so we're not gonna play another hero. I mean, Maple Story. I don't know. We'll play it, right? I'm hoping that we'll have a good fun with it, but there's definitely a chance that we just play it for like a day or two and then we just drop it. Like maybe I'll try to get Tanjiro to 260. Like I don't know how long that's gonna take, to be honest. But I don't have a very good track record as of late for playing Maple Story for an extended period of time. Make another hero so you can hold newbies' hands. What do you mean? Yeah, look, dude, look at Steve, man, his outfit. Look at Steve. What a cool dude. Okay. Yeah, I think that about wraps it up for Maple Story stuff. Let's watch this. Let's watch this video that you linked yesterday, Shadow. So what's popping with Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero? Mirror Series and FF7 Remake.
2025 has finally arrived, and in 2024 we had two very prominent children's gambling simulator games released.
Children's gambling simulators!
Now, in most cases, this would only be a cause for celebration because now everyone has more games to play. However, gacha game players are a tribalistic bunch, and after you waste hundreds of hours or steal enough money off your mom's credit card, eventually you find the need to justify yourself somehow. This caused one of the most toxic wars I've ever seen between fandoms over which game was better, with seemingly both at each other's throats when in reality it was just 0.1% of chronically online morons in their communities non-stop trashing each other on Twitter. If someone
I mean, let's be real. Wuthering Waves is way better of a game than Zenless Zone Zero. Zenless Zone Zero makes up for gameplay by having goon content, but gameplay-wise, Wuthering Waves is way better. Let's be real. All right, guys. Nobody is sitting here saying that Zenless Zone Zero has crazy gameplay. Everybody just plays the game with one hand. Like, the game is designed to be playable with one hand for a reason.
praised one or criticized the other, you'd be labeled accordingly a Curlbot or a Hoyo shill named after the developers Curl Games and Hoyoverse. On the first of every single month, the two would battle it out on the Gacha Games subreddit, using the gacha revenue charts to prove that their game is better than the other, or justify why they spent their college fund on a PNG. However, this war—
My game is better because more people spent money on it. Not because it's more predatory or people just want to pull the waifus. It's better because there's more people throwing their hard-earned money towards these pixels.
is not the point of the video. No, rather the purpose is to illustrate how both of these games have—
I thought they said Suckstone. Like, what the fuck?
recently done something incredibly impressive that is rarely ever seen in the gacha sphere, and how it could affect the future of high-budget gacha games. And as always, if you enjoy this video, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be making more videos like this, or go to twitch.tv/Genizod as I stream daily. Recently, both Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero have released some enormous changes to their
God
games.
damn, bro. Did you see that?
Recently,
Did you
both
see?
Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero—
Look at this. Look at that physics, bro. Look at the
enormous changes
physics.
to their
It's
games.
crazy.
1.4 for Zenless fundamentally overhauled multiple core systems of the game, adding personal character ults, removing the TVs from the main story, and excited a ton of players with events freebies, and a long-awaited character release. Wuthering Waves released version 2.0, exceeding players' expectations.
What
in
the fuck?
multiple
Was that
ways
Joker?
by making a new continent with really unique biomes and a flight system, making exploration exciting again.
Oh shit, they're flying in Wuhan now?
While also writing
Crazy.
a well-received story and hyping players with new characters. These two updates were not only the largest to happen to their respective
Is
games,
it time to play
but
Wuhan,
also
guys?
have done the impossible, actually listening to the players for once, which never happens. This shows they actually can put the effort in and listen to players to make a better experience for everyone, just most gacha games don't. Many players will always settle for less in games they enjoy and often defend them to the death, but through valid criticism and possibly lowering revenues, both games were able to improve to what they are today. Whether
Can I
players
spend
want to admit it or
$500
not,
on Wuhan?
if the
Yes.
games had never begun to falter or have to compete with
Or-
other games, they may never have reached this point. Competition leads to excellence, and with so many games in the market, unless you step it up, you really won't be noticed. Well, unless you're some garbage like Fake Grand Order. However, since their
What?
launches, I've
Fake
seen
Grand
both
Order's a
communities very defensive
classic!
of their game against all criticism. Now, obviously, not all of it is valid. Especially after release, people who hate the game will trash it, like me, but then they move on and you'll hear less negativity. As the company, it's important to sift through the criticism and find valid and real ones for games to be better. Both Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero had previously released fairly close to one another for being such huge releases in the gacha sphere, which immediately started some conflict despite being completely different genres of games. You may as well compare Path of Exile 2 to Marvel Rivals. However,
Wait,
both
that was
have
that
different
even Path of
genres
Exile
games.
2?
You may as well
This is Path of Exile 1, you goddamn idiot buffoon, Jenna? Zad? Not Jenna. Jenna Zad.
compare Path of Exile
How
2 to Marvel
could you?
Rivals. However, both have one thing I believe was in common. They were both released prematurely. Let me explain by talking about them one at a time.
Dude,
Wuthering
I
Waves are
love
released-
this
Let me
fucking
explain by-
scene. You remember this fucking scene where this one dude in what was it? What's the anime called? Oh my god, I don't remember what it's called. Fucking oh my god, what is this anime called? The one where God, is it called Haganai? No, that's not the one. Oh my gosh. It's the one with fucking Yui Gahama. Yui Gahama. Fucking Yahari ore no seishun love kome wa machigatte iru. Or ore ga iru, yeah. Ore ga iru. Dude, this was such I love this fucking part where the dude's like fucking moving his hands all over the place, saying like the random ass bullshit to try to like, you know, make him sound like smart and shit like that, except all he's saying is some fucking buzzword bullshit. It's fucking, oh my god, that was crazy. Did I slander your name? No, this guy's name is Genazad. This guy's name is Genazad, okay? I'm sorry. Snafu. The guy's like a class president. Yeah. He's like the president of some shit. And they're like trying to like work together to host like a big school festival. And they're like all these people are doing, they're just like caring about themselves and like how they look in front of other people. And this dude's like out here just like doing all these fucking hand movements and shit like that, and like saying the most random bullshit ever that's not like, you know, even helping the conversation. Oh my god, I love this part.
by talking about them one at a time. Wuthering Waves on release had numerous
fun
issues.
in the air.
It had terrible optimization to the point many couldn't play, and people's phones were basically nuclear reactors Chernobyl 2, and even on PC it could crash or lag. The story and voice acting was abysmal. They had recently rewritten the entire story after negative feedback, and realistically,
Damn,
it's
really?
pretty hard to rewrite so much in a short
That's
amount
crazy.
of time and have it work, and it really showed. Thank God they had a skip button. As for the voice acting,
Are you feeling alright?
Okay.
whoever the VA director was clearly hadn't ever heard English before, because even Jeff Bezos sounds more human. While the game overall had a good skeleton, it required large updates to truly become what it was meant to be. Firstly, the 1.1 update added better story, voice acting, and music with Mount Firmament, also a lot of optimization. Then 1.3 pushed the story, music, and area design even further with the Black Shores. and a lot more optimization. Now finally in 2.0, the game has improved almost every single facet from the base game with insane upgrades to exploration and area design, and now the music has elevated itself to bangers you actually enjoy instead of boring noise.
Oh god, do we play
this update
WA?
probably would have been received well by players and considered a great patch normally, but the real cherry on top, the actual best part of the entire update, is the flying system.
Oh, do we
Genuinely,
play WA,
not even a
guys?
meme. This actually changes everything. And once you try them, you literally cannot go back to 1.0. That trash-ass no-fly zone feels worse than
Play
a Dark
Nikkei? I
Souls
can't.
swamp.
I
Running
can't.
is
I
for
tried
complete
it.
losers,
It doesn't.
and
It
I'm
doesn't
never
draw
going
me
back.
in.
Next, Zenless Zone Zero. While the game overall was much more polished than Wuthering Waves on launch, it still had some huge underlying issues. Firstly, it had the TV puzzle system. Everybody loves that system, right? But it was
I didn't mind
widely
it.
hated by players even in previous betas and replaced a large chunk of the gameplay. Also, the average age of players was probably too young to even know what the hell a CRT TV is. So unless they play Smash Bros. Melee, they probably weren't confused what they were even looking at. This system was so polarizing that they even stated on Twitter they would remove it, only to then retract the statement shortly after due to backlash. Secondly, some of the gameplay decisions made no sense, such as every character sharing the same ultimate bar. You would only ever use the strongest character's ult and never even see the other team members, which anyone who played for an hour could honestly tell you. Duh, you're gonna ult with your strongest member, right? Also, they didn't really have any endgame to play, so there wasn't much point in getting that much stronger, and with no world to explore, you kind of ran out of content really quickly. Now, since the start, they've improved the game in tons of quality of life ways, even allowing you to run around as an 8-foot tall furry if you're really into that. They've also added way more games to the arcade and are slowly fleshing out some more. They added multiple endgame modes to play, including an infinite tower to challenge, finally making a big budget gacha have more difficult replayable content. They also made Miyabi, who is easily the most fun character in the game at the moment, while also power creeping everything previous. Imagine playing Ellen Joe in 2025. You're
rest
making
in
a skin
pepperonis.
and a story for this sorry ass shark girl, just so you don't forget she exists. Now you might disagree. You might say the games weren't released early. However, when you compare the 1.0 launches to what they are now, it's night and day. Not only in content, but also in quality of life, core game fixes, and player satisfaction. Most gacha games do not improve to this degree in such a short span. In fact, it is such a stark contrast that I don't even see the two communities fighting anymore because they're actually enjoying their games rather than projecting their dissatisfactions towards another community. Have you ever noticed that when there's no content or anything new in a game, the community starts to get into all sorts of drama and unrest?
I've never heard of a game like that before. Never seen a game that has done that before. Ooh, never seen a lot of drama happening in a time of zero content. Never seen other content creators just getting obliterated, and then at the end of the day it doesn't really matter because it was just all for fun anyways.
Fake news, China.
Obviously, content creators want to make content on that kind of stuff, but also just way more negativity and animosity between players as well. Suddenly, the two games have had the drama well dry up
Didn't
because they
Lawan?
actually
Yep.
elevated the levels of their games so players can stop bitching. Now the drama's in Honkai Star Rail where it belongs.
Okay, listen. Your words, not mine.
Now there is one thing I would like to note for anyone watching. I actually don't enjoy Zenless or play it anymore. However, that doesn't diminish my respect for developers that actually improve their games to please the players. Did they listen and overhaul so much for money and player numbers? Yeah, probably, since
Probably.
it never happened in Genshin or Honkai to this degree. However, that doesn't mean the developers aren't also passionate about the game. I don't have to like the game to acknowledge when it does something right. If more developers did this, then the competition would also have to, essentially creating an arms race of better games.
Dude,
Bigger
that game,
patches, and
this
the
game is gonna be
competition would also
so
have to,
good.
essentially
Fucking
creating an
Ananta, bro. Oh my god. I cannot wait for this game to come out. Oh, Lord.
arms race of better games.
This will be
bigger
so good.
patches and more improvements, otherwise they'd fail. Too many successful games sit on their ass
Ananta,
and improve nothing,
dude?
even
Oh,
when they
this
have
is
the
so good.
ability to. Just look at Fake Ground Order. The game's garbage and never improves, but still makes so much money just because there was an early game with a huge IP behind it. And look at how many non-gacha games got destroyed by tiny developed indie games last
No
year.
idea what it is. It's kind of like Wuthering Waves / Genshin meets Grand Theft Auto. From what I can tell.
Competition breeds excellence. For us the players, this is literally a win-win. When players begin to spend and play less, it sends alarm bells to the company to begin change immediately, which let them push out such good updates sooner rather than in 2.0. Also, I just enjoy seeing people genuinely having fun and enjoying their game rather than pretending to like every little thing as though the game's amazing constantly when they give you one pull or some crap. Finally, there's one huge thing that we've all learned together. If players quit or stop spending money, the company actually begins to listen. They have to. Maybe if we all shake hands and agree to quit our favorite gacha games for a month, they'll release.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Nobody's gonna fucking do that. Sadly.
The best patch of all time. You win? I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a bunch for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more, and I hope to see you next time.
Let's quit Loa for a month. Deal? Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It actually did happen to Loa in Korea though, when they all like stopped playing Loa and like went to play MapleStory. You guys remember when that happened? And then like immediately the directors were like, "Oh, we're so sorry. We're so sorry." They wanted like an apology spree and like changed, like gave us like, you know, what was it, one Guardian raid a day or like one Chaos Dungeon a day, like yeah, one Guardian raid a day, and like did all these freaking changes. And it's like, damn. At the end of the day, that's what it takes. That really is what it takes. It is really what it takes. But unfortunately, for the most part, most people don't do that. Most gamers aren't going to do that. It's unfortunate. But man, should we play some WoW? Ooh, do I even have it still installed? Oh, I do. Oh, do we play Wuthering Waves? Ooh. Still ready for the new Post 2 season change? Yeah, same. I mean, I did spend $150 pulling Camila and never played her. What are my options? What do you mean? I was gonna play either Monster Hunter tonight or I was gonna play Last Epoch. It was likely gonna be Last Epoch though, because I do want to dive into the end game a little bit on that game, try it out. Because in 2 days we're gonna play MapleStory. But before we go into that, though, we do have one more thing that I want to take a look at, and this was the Path of Exile 2 teasers. We have another round of teasers. So the first one is introducing a selection of new endgame encounters, and this is one of them. So this looks like the same thing as like the monsters who are trapped in essences, except it's like for unique monsters. So you can get like some big essence from them. There'll probably be like some pretty hard encounters, but you get some big payoff and reward from them. So, you know, seems pretty cool. Nothing really groundbreaking, I guess, because this is pretty much stuff that's was kind of pretty much in the game already anyways, but they just expanded on it. And is also in Path of Exile 1. So 1 out of every 50 maps, maybe. We'll see. Like, I mean, more content, right? I mean, the other thing is they said a selection of new endgame encounters. So this is one of them. And maybe what they're doing is they're teasing some of their worst ones so that when the update actually comes, you're like, oh, big pog, there's so much new updates. Crazy. We just need them to be more frequent.